Alright, before you watch this video, I just want to make a request. That is, please read the description down below. Okay, I will make sure that I write a description down below with regards to this young boy who is in UAE and who is contemplating suicide. So I have put a description down below because I don't want you to panic or help out without knowing, the full story. So if you want to help, there are certain terms and conditions, because I don't want you giving out money, I don't want you giving out sympathy, I don't want you meeting the boy or even offering him a job or offering him a solution without understanding what I want to say, because there are two sides of the story. So please read the description before you even decide to help. So having said that, I want you to watch this next video and then put down your comments and let me know what do you have to think. All right. All right. Yeah, yesterday, as I was sitting down and, as usual, sorting out my agenda for the next day, I was winding down actually. Then I got this message from this boy, and this boy has been friends with me on social media for, I would say, at least 7 years or more. I think 10 years. He must have been friends with me at least 10 years, as far as I can recollect. I met him when I went to give a speech at a school. I don't know if that is where I met him first, but I know him from a very, very small age, So if I rightly remember, I met him at a school where I went to give a speech or presentation. Okay, that's as far as I remember. I can be wrong because I meet so many people. But one thing, yes, I do know is I've been in touch with him for many years. I know him from the time he was a school-going boy. Okay, so he never messaged me, never. I think the last I messaged him was, I think 5 years ago. So, he is doing his own thing. I've been doing my own thing. So yesterday he sent me a message asking me if I was free. He just wanted to ask me something or talk to me. And at first I was like, okay, who's this guy? And then I was like, oh, okay, it's him. And following that, I normally don't respond to people I don't know. But him, since I knew, I was like, yeah, tell me. And then the first question that he asked me was, how did I overcome suicide thoughts? If you search on YouTube 2011, just type 2011 Loy Macedo suicide, was when I lost everything in UAE. I was wrongly deported. My relationship broke up. I had no money, no friends, nowhere to go. And obviously couldn't come back to UAE. And my parents also deserted me. So failure after failure, it was a very tough moment in my life. And I was without any money. I landed in UAE, India without any money, without knowing anything. And I was pretty devastated. It was the lowest point in my life. And that was the time I decided, I can't take this. And if you see the video, I've actually shot it. I've actually taken the video when I was attempting suicide. So I thought that would be my last video. Okay. So now, if you see the video, you'll know that I didn't, obviously, if I'm talking to you right now, it's because I didn't suicide. It's not my Holy Spirit speaking to you. So I don't want to repeat what I went through there. But now fast forward, 6-7 years. 2011 to 20, 9 years. Fast forward 9 years. And I'm doing just fine. So I guess I am slightly qualified to speak about suicide. Okay, from a personal experience. Not as a counselor, not as a therapist, Now, in order to suicide, you there are different levels or different levels for the human mind or human heart, like feelings, to think of that way. Now, heart is not like the heart shape, and no, it's all up here. Okay, the emotions, the logic, everything. So a person has to be either absolutely stupid, really, really stupid. It's like, oh, I'll suicide. Okay, it'll solve all my problems. Well, you don't exist. So if you don't exist, you don't have any problems. In a way, that's right. But that's stupidity, So that's one. The second one is escapism. You can't take it anymore. You don't want to take it anymore. You just feel, no. The third one can be a very genuine reason, like a person, his wife and baby died, or a lady, entire family got wiped away. A person has had an accident, losing the arms and legs, or is blind, or cannot work ever again. Or a person lost everything, and or let's say even in terms of celebrities and stars and all that, they undergo tremendous amount of pressure, and like Robin Williams and Robbie Williams, sorry, Robin, yeah. So there are different mindsets, and then there are those who are just all talk, oh, I'll suicide. There are these dumb idiots who just feel, oh, I'll suicide, just to get attention. And then there are those who also say, oh, I'll suicide, but when it actually comes to the point of suicide, they're not going to suicide, Because keep in mind, when I attempted suicide, it takes a lot of balls, a lot of guts, but in a negative way, not as courage as in the positive sense. It takes a lot of guts to, like they say, pull the trigger. It takes a lot. I mean, you really have to be like hardwired to the extreme in a negative sense, in a stupid sense, Because even when I was about to kill myself, I'll tell you, I literally like pissed in my pants, It takes a lot, because it's a point of no return, man. So in a negative way, yes, it is. It takes a lot of kind of an extreme thing. So not many people have the guts or the stomach for it. They will talk, but they can't do it. And then the last category is people who are outright manipulative. Straight up, like, oh, if I don't get a good job, I'll kill myself. If I don't get that girl, I'll kill myself. And there are people like, oh, no, I don't want just a job. I want a high-paying job. I don't want basic salary. I want a high salary. I don't want this ordinary girl. I want a hot girl. I want a blonde. Oh, I don't want a ordinary movie. I want a A-list celebrity. I want to star in that. So there are different levels. There are some people who, no, if I don't get a Rolls Royce, I'll kill myself. If I, and then there is immaturity, like this TikTok star, this girl. She was famous in TikTok, and TikTok got banned in India, so she killed herself. So there are different levels. I'm not saying everyone is fake, and I'm not saying everyone is genuine. So there are different levels. So we can't have one size fits all. We can have various categories and it'll never end. So, with regards to this boy reaching out to me, personally speaking, okay, this is me. I definitely feel he's going through depression a lot. That is without a doubt. I definitely feel that he is heartbroken. I definitely feel he's going through a very tough time in his family. I definitely feel he's lost. Now, with regards to suicide, I don't think he's going to pull the trigger. Okay, I don't think he's going to pull the trigger, and I don't think he's going to harm himself. But for me, even if there is a 5% chance or 10% chance that a person might, then that is not good. That has to be stopped. It has to be eliminated, because even that 5 or 10% chance means he can't do it. It's just a matter of being triggered. You know, when you're emotionally triggered to the point you can't control, you will do it. That is why guns, why do I say guns is, giving guns to people is stupidity, because you need to be triggered to a point where, you know, sometimes like road rage, we don't use common sense. You know, when we get angry, a slip of judgment, it's a dangerous you know, item. It shouldn't be around. So, you know, you get so angry, you get so emotionally charged, or maybe you're just stupid, you make a mistake. You don't know how to handle a gun and you take and you shoot yourself or whatever. So, you know, same way, if there is even a remote possibility, it has to be addressed. The very fact that this boy reached out to me means that it has reached a point where he's finding it hard. Okay, so I can tell you one thing, that he is not a manipulative boy. He's not a manipulative boy. He's genuine. He's genuine. However, you know, how do I put it? He's genuine, but he wants a solution badly to the point that he can even talk about suicide, which is really not good. Okay, so now having said that, there are a couple of things which I want him to keep in mind, because I know he's watching this video. I told him yesterday that I'll be making this video. So this is me speaking to him, because I was about to sleep yesterday and you know, I wanted to spend time properly, but giving a one-to-one video I felt would not benefit much, because there are a lot of other people who need to watch this video. Now, see, I'll break down the different problems that you have. See, whenever you have a problem, or you have multiple problems, it's always recommended, write it down. Don't think about it. Don't put it in the heart. Write it down. And I'm not talking of text it. I'm not talking of using an iPad. I'm not talking type it. I'm saying write it. Because when you write with your fingers and with a paper, it is much more powerful. That is my experience. So don't type it out. Okay? Now, write down what the problem is. And if you feel like writing a letter, or you feel like writing a diary, go ahead and let it out, because your body, your mind is trying to communicate. It's trying to say things. You need to let it out. I used to write a diary. I still have my diaries when I was 14, 15, 16, so big. And I used to write. Because I always had suicidal tendencies. So writing helps you remove everything that is inside. So once you have written it out, your mind will be empty. Okay? And that will help you think clearly. So the first part is writing it down. Now, if you felt like writing really long and all that, just write it down. But then after that, after you finish, rewrite the same thing what you said into a simple one line. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, now you're planning to suicide. Okay, initially when you wrote down, you know, my life is this and that, my mother is this and that, my father is this and that, my childhood, my relationship, my work, my money, my career, my future. Okay, you wrote down pages and pages. Fine. Now what you do is take a new page. Keep that part is important, because that helps in analysis later on. So now you go to a fresh new page. wind is blowing like crazy, man. You can see that? You know, coconuts actually fall down, you know. It's dangerous. So, one tree fell down near my house. I'll show you a video after that. Okay, so after you've written it down, write down what the problem is. So you write down, I want to commit suicide, okay, or I'm contemplating suicide. That is the one line. The second below, and by the way, stay away from social media. Absolutely stay away from social media. Don't fucking put on social media anything. Don't put your dog, don't put your cat, don't put your photograph, don't put your update. Don't stay away from social media. Just, you don't need any more attention and publicity. That's stupid. So after you've written down, below that, write down what are the reasons. So now you're contemplating suicide. Why? Okay, because financial. Don't write financially, because just put financial. Okay, emotional. Okay, physical. Okay, mental. Okay, relationship with parents. Okay, fine. Write down all the categories. Fine. After you've written down all the categories, next to the main heading, that's the main heading, you can highlight it with yellow. Say relationship. Okay, I broke up with my girl. Career, I don't have a job. Money, I have zero. Be specific. Don't say I have no money. Put I have $0. Okay. If you have a credit card, okay, I'm minus 80,000. I have to pay. Relationship, nobody loves me. Don't be vague. Be specific. I don't have a girlfriend, okay, or a boyfriend. So whatever the problem is, write it down. Now after you have done that, you have written down exactly and specifically what the problem is, and you made it specific. So now you have the problem which is on the sheet of paper. The next piece of paper, you take down each problem. Example, relationship, I don't have a girlfriend. So the solution is to get a girl. Not very hard, okay? Not easy, but not impossible. Okay. Then let's say career, I need a job. Fine, you can get a job. Getting a job is not impossible. Here the only caveat is, like, if you want a job, let's say you have no experience and you want a job, but you say, no, I want $10,000. Yeah, fuck off, man. Nobody's going to pay you $10,000. People will say, it's better you go and die. Be realistic. If you're a fresher, you can't ask $10,000. Then you'll say, Roy, what about $5,000? No. What about $1,000? Still no. Maybe you'll not even get $1,000. Okay? When I started my career as a young man, my income was, I think, what, 500? Less than, I think, around $400. Okay? $400 when I started my career per month. Now, does that mean you have to take $400? No. But you have to go as per the era. Okay, you might say, Loy, you were 20 years ago, that was different. Okay, fine, agreed. I'll give it to you. 20 years ago, market conditions are different. The currency value is different. Life was different. Technology is different. But then you have to understand the realities, right? If there is mass unemployment, now the COVID crisis is there, there's recession. So maybe you can't get $1,000. So the goal is get a job, any job, but start small. Get any job, but start small. Get experience. Be happy you're getting something. Don't say, oh, I want to kill myself because I'm hungry. And when someone gives you food, rice and a little bit curry, no, I want a steak. I want steak, burger, chips, this, that. Yeah, that's fucking stupid, man. What the fuck? You know, that is why I find it so retarded and stupid when someone is going to die. Oh, my last wish is to have a Rolls Royce. My last wish is to have John Cena. That is being a spoiled brat. My last wish is to go to Disneyland and enjoy life. Enjoy 7-star hotel. No, that is not your last fucking wish. That is your fucking greed. Stupidity, man. Absolute stupidity. Okay. For me, I'll tell you honest. This is me. I don't feel fucking sorry for such people. I don't even bother to read. Oh, my last dying wish is to, like this Western female. Western Express. My last wish is to dine in Burj Al Arab 7-star hotel, to sit near the balcony at the helipad tower and eat food, the most expensive food. What the fuck? Stupid, man. So, understand need versus greed. If you're greedy, or I want a big salary, people will say, better you die. Please, go and kill yourself. Nobody gives a fuck here. Okay, job. Then, relationship, girlfriend. Okay, you want a girlfriend? Fine. Don't suddenly say, you know, I want that hot Hollywood or Bollywood star. You know, she has big tits and she has a nice ass and, you know, good figure. I really want to marry her. Just shut the fuck up, man. If you want a relationship, maybe you'll get, you know, Auntie Seema, who looks like a average female. Maybe she'll have a little bit of lip hair. Maybe she'll have hairy arms. You know, maybe she doesn't have nice figure. Maybe she has wobbly, saggy, fat. You want a relationship, right? Oh no, I want a lawyer. I want a hot babe. And yeah, then have the hot money for a hot babe. You want a Rolls Royce, you need to have the budget for a Rolls Royce. You can't have the budget of a Toyota and expect a Rolls Royce, man. Get fucking real. This is the real world. This is not fucking Disneyland. Even Disneyland, you have to fucking pay money. Fucking nonsense people talk. Okay, then relationship. I think this is one area which people always have a problem. Parents. See, in a perfect world, you'll get good parents. In the real world, you can get just about anyone. There are so many people who don't deserve to be parents. But at the same time, there are many good parents. There are many good individuals who are very bad parents. And what do I mean by that? They are so busy with work and life and all that. They don't have time to be with their children. Like I know some Filipinas, even Indians, who they are working in UAE or they're working abroad. Their children are back home in India or Philippines. Who's raising them? The uncles, aunts, nobody cares a damn, you know. And then even in Dubai, there are be very careful when walking. Even in Dubai, there are parents, mothers working one job, fathers working one job. The child is alone at home, and by the time they come back home, they are pissed off, they are angry. Now over here, you can't expect the parents to sit with you, hug you, kiss you, be with you. They're fucking tired, man. Yes, it's a sad reality of life that they didn't have the capacity to earn, but they wanted to have a family. And nowadays, there are a lot of youngsters who are fucking idiots here. Who are real, absolute fucking idiots. They expect the parents, oh, I want this from my mom, that from my mom. Go fucking earn by yourself, man. You will not believe, I've even met, I even met this young boy. You know, like what had happened was, I went to my sister's building. This is nearly 20 years ago. And when I went in, I saw a brand new Pajero. Brand new, Pajero. But looked amazing, beautiful, latest option, you know, full options, whatever. But I saw the windows were smashed. There was an iron rod in. I was like, what the fuck happened here? You know, it's brand new, and why is window smashed? He's saying the sun smashed it. Huh? Sun smashed it. Why? I said, whose it is? The father gave it to the son. And then the son smashed it? Yeah, the son smashed it because the son was hurt and upset. Hurt and upset about what? He got a fucking Pajero. No, he wanted the brand new Hummer. He didn't want a Pajero. This is the time when Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think, just launched the Hummer, or, you know, it was popular. So these are the kinds of stupid people, okay? So now, you know, if you're talking about parents' relationships, you need to be slightly realistic, okay? Parents, I would like to believe that majority of the parents try to do their best, but they may not be good at communicating or expressing. You can't expect perfection. A mother or father has to work the whole fucking day get up in the morning, take the stress of the real world, face clients, face customers, face the stress of paying the bills, then come home to a fucking, testosterone fueled teenage kid who's expecting the sun, moon, and stars. You're a fucking freeloader. Your parents are paying you money, giving you money to eat for free, stay for free, education for free. And you still want more? Shut the fuck up, man. Your upbringing has been fucking flawed where you have to be bit slapped from here to Timbuktu, you should be, such kids should be thrown in some fucking third world country where there is war crimes and suffering and dumped there, just fucking dumped there. And then when you struggle, suffer, when there's no food to eat and you have to eat from the dustbin and, your life can be in danger, you'll appreciate. That is why they say, when you become a parent, only then you realize, oh fuck. Like today when I'm a parent, the small sacrifices which I make, I'm sure my kid will never realize. Like for example, I wanted to go out to eat food, okay? But I decided not to. You know why? Because I just found out my baby already ate food. When I'm eating good food, I want my baby also to eat some good food. So I said, okay, I'll not eat. I'll not go outside. I wanted to go relax with a cup of coffee. But then I thought to myself, if I'm going to relax, I might as well go early so that my kid can play in the play area. So I refused to go. Sometimes me and my wife feel like going, but we see the baby sleeping and baby will enjoy. So these are the small sacrifices. Sometimes I want to fucking slap my kid, just drives me so fucking mad. But then, to hold myself, I said, no, a small kid. And I walk the other side. My wife, 24/7, she has to be there for... The kid fucking drives you mad sometimes. Wah, 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 wah. My wife can easily beat the child or hit the child. But she talks, communicates, is so patient. Even when buying stuff, I want to buy for me. My wife wants to buy for her. But we think, okay, instead of buying for us, we can save for our baby's future, for her education. Let's just leave it aside, Let's leave it aside and let's not talk about it, So these sacrifices nobody can measure. You cannot measure, you cannot think. Like when the baby is sick, me and my wife sit the whole night taking turns just to make sure the baby is okay. How can you measure all this? So it's very easy to talk about parents and bitch about them, and when you're getting free food, free money, free perks, free benefits. Sometimes I see these kids, like I went one day, I went to this Starbucks and I saw this guy. He's come with his daughter, a very beautiful girl, young girl. She comes and she has the latest Bose wireless headphones, the latest ones. And she has the latest app, latest phone. I was like, wow, oh, okay, must be doing very well. Because it had just launched. I don't know how did they get it. So I spoke to the father. The father doesn't have a job. I said, you don't have a job? He's saying, I just lost, I'm under a lot of stress. Then I said, this is your daughter, right? He said, yeah. He's saying, then I straight away asked him, I said, this headphones, this is the latest one. It must be like $700. And with shipping and tax, it must have come to, I don't know, 1,000 plus. So I said, how did you fucking afford it? He's saying, nah, this my daughter wanted, so I bought it. See, he's spoiling her. He's fucking spoiling her. And then I see, the same day I saw a Russian family. They bought this small little girl there and asked her what juice she wanted. She gave the juice. The baby drank a little and then threw it out and asked for another one. And the parents, instead of disciplining the child, bought another one. And same drama. So this is how a parent can fucking spoil their child. So now with regards to you, you need to be aware. Are you fucking spoiled? Or are you, are you right in the head? Because you can't expect the sun, moon and stars, okay? And remember this, when you go in the real world, nobody's going to fucking take your shit, huh? Sometimes you might think your parents are stupid, but when you go in the real world and people kick your ass around, you'll realize, shit, my parents were fucking They carried me on their head. So keep this in mind. So now finally comes to what do you do about it? See, relationships now, girls or guys, they come and they go. Okay? It's all about searching. Now over here, it's a very complex subject, but I'll just tell you, it's a choice. It's a choice that you make. There are some people who just like to attract the wrong kind of people. They make the wrong kind of choices. There are some girls who just like to attract bad boys. What do I mean by that? They don't choose guys based on their character. They choose guys based on the fluff that they show outside. So when a girl cries, oh, I loved him, but he beat me. Oh, this. No, yes, there are genuine cases where the guy's sick in the head. But in so many cases, maybe the girl is sick in the head. Maybe she's choosing guys who look big, amazing, drive a Harley, smoke and drink and go for parties. They go for such wild guys. And then when they experience the bad side, oh, I'm suffering, oh, this, that. So in the same way, relationships, if you are targeting someone above your standards and you get dumped on your ass because you're trying to show, oh, I'm cool, I'm sophisticated. Oh, and then she realizes, no, you're all fart and no shit. She'll fucking dump your ass. A girl, if you set your standards too high, make sure you are even higher. If, for example, now my wife is so simple. She is happy with a half a dollar dress. She never asked me money. She's a simple girl. When I chose a girl, I didn't choose a girl with beautiful body, sexy figure and, tight ass and, will enjoy sex 24/7. No. It was a simple girl. Simple girl with, you don't take someone who's like amazing, this, that, successful, educated. No. You have to lower your standards. Because when you take something low, you can afford it. It becomes easier to take care of it. And I kept what is important. I didn't keep, okay, she has to be very hot. And yes, she has to have certain physical traits, which is important. But more than that was the character. And by character, I mean she should match mine. I wanted someone who's humble, submissive, who, follows instructions, like listens to her elders, who's, God-fearing, and who will give me space, who will respect me and give me space. Doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't go out, doesn't socialize, doesn't ask money, doesn't like social media. Perfect. She was perfect for me. So you need to be realistic. But on the other hand, don't think, oh, fuck, those are okay with me. No, but then the next part comes, you have to earn fucking money. You don't have fucking money, no girl will stay with you. I literally, okay? How much would you say in dirhams? My expenses per month, okay, per month, come sometimes up to 10,000 dirhams, man. 10,000 dirhams, that's around $3,000 or $4,000. Easily. Even though my wife is simple, my baby is simple. And what you might say, oh, Loy, fuck, what does this all go for? Oh, there are so many fucking things, man. Savings, education, insurance, food. Even let's say, for example, I take my baby out to play, in this nice ride and all that. Okay? My baby doesn't play only for 1 hour. My baby likes to play for 4-5 hours. Each hour is 150. Okay, 150, that is 15 dirhams. Okay? So, like $5. So if my baby plays for 5 hours, $25. Okay? So is that cheap? Just playing in an area. Then after that you have to buy food. Then after that you have to buy, okay, the travel. Then after that you have to factor in the cost factor. Okay, I didn't do any work. I spend the whole day with the family out. All these are factors. This is expense. This nobody talks about. Your water, your electricity, your internet, your phone, your petrol. These small, they say, deaths by 1,000 cuts. People think, oh, it's cheap. No, it's fucking expensive, man. Even when we buy oranges to eat food, It fucking costs money. See, this is where I told you. Your parents, what they do for you, you don't realize. You don't fucking realize. You take it for granted. That is why when, I see so many parents who even sit with their children and talk. Fuck, I have so much respect for them, man. It's a thankless fucking job. You'll not realize when you're a teenager, even when you have a girlfriend, even when you're married, you'll not fucking realize. The day you have a fucking baby, and not just born baby, this is after 1 year, 2 years, then you fucking realize, shit, man, how much of work is there? Fuck, even cleaning the diaper of the shit, that itself is a big thing. You need to pay attention. Sometimes my baby has stomach pain and she's like, she's crying and fuck, the whole day goes bad, yeah. And then we have to wait, cleaning the shit. Even sometimes the baby is constipating, you have to put that glycerin kind of stick in a bum hole, and then the shit just oozes out. All this you have to do as a mother, father. When the baby vomits, you have to clean. Let's say the baby just pours water on my keyboard and destroys fucking an Apple keyboard. What, do you want me to beat my child? One of my friends, IT guy, the baby destroyed his Apple MacBook Pro, costing fucking, I think, what, $2,500. What can you do? He kept it up. The baby climbed up, fucking somehow bought a stool, climbed on the table. So these are the things here, So you'll never realize what a parent does. And especially if your upbringing has been fucked up, or your parents are never there, you'll never realize. So keep this in mind. Now, last if not the least is the solution, okay? Girls you can get. You can get fuckloads of girls. See, listen, if you're feeling alone, okay, just go take $100, go get a girl to give you a quickie or a blowjob, or go get laid, a special massage, tell her to give you a hand job. One of my friends, he was madly in love with this girl, Mangalorean guy, loved this girl for ages. She fucking dumped him. He went through a bad case. He was drinking and he was addicted to alcohol and he was crying every night and couldn't handle it. He fucking went for a holiday to all these Far East countries. There he met all these petite girls, young girls. Fuck, he was busy shagging all of them. When he came back after 2 weeks, fuck, he was a changed man. So he was just fucking alone. Sometimes you need to just get shagged. That's it. Trust me, you just need to get shagged. Your problem will be sorted out. You're just lonely. That's all. So get shagged a couple of times. That's it. It's not that you're, I'm looking for love. It's just your baby down there, your small boy. He has to be sucky, fucky. You'll be okay. So that's one. Second one, in terms of finance, money. Everybody wants money. There's not a single person who doesn't want money. Who doesn't fucking want money? So money is the name of the game. Okay, everyone wants fucking money. But that doesn't mean you get money for free. So stop asking, stop wanting, earn it. Okay? And then listen, another thing is you need to be realistic with your demands. Don't expect, fuck, I want a job. Okay, fine. If you're given a job and you're given a dirt cheap salary, a small salary, don't forget, this is too low, Lloyd, this is too low. I want a better. Then go fucking get it by yourself, man, motherfucker. It's like you're a fucking piece of shit if you are offered a job and then you still say, I want a big salary, I want a comfortable job, I want an easy life. Go fuck yourself. So if you get a job through sympathy and pity, he's trying to kill himself, not through your merit, then be happy that you got a fucking job that pays you even peanuts. And then you work your ass, you prove it, you show results, show more value, and that's how you generate more income. And listen, if you don't have social skills and real life skills, don't fucking expect to someone come and put their hand and wash your bum for you, And here's another thing. Take fucking personal responsibility. Don't say, oh, where is God? God, where is God? God, where is God? Yeah, when you're getting the girl giving you a fucking blowjob, you didn't ask where is God. Why, God was not watching? The fuck? When you're fucking a nice girl or when you're watching porn, where is God? You never ask, right? The fuck you guys talking, man? When you're having a good time, you don't think of where is God. When you're having a bad time, fuck all that. Fuck the God and fuck this thing and fuck all these beliefs. Take fucking personal responsibility. Say fuck God, fuck everything. I'll take charge. If I die, it's because of me. If there's a recession, because of me. If I don't have a job, it's because of me. If I have a job, it's because of me. If I succeeded, it's because of me. If I failed, it's because of me. If there was office politics, it's because of me. When you take that kind of personal responsibility, then you become a different animal. So even if your wife, girlfriend left you because of me, not your wife left you not because of me, it's you need to look into yourself. So in my case, I'll rephrase that. In my case, when my relationship failed, I said it's because of me. When I got cheated, I said it's because of me. I allowed that guy. So when you take that kind of personal responsibility, you change as a human being. Okay? Tiger. You change as a human being. It empowers you. And you stop blaming anyone. And listen, there are some people who say, oh, Loy, that guy got selected for the interview because of office politics, because of Vasta. No, you're a piece of shit. That's why you didn't get a job. Not because there was Vasta. If you're incredible, if you're amazing, if you know how to sell yourself, if you know how to market yourself, I'll tell you, there's no son of a bitch out there who will say, fuck, this guy's too good, but I'll take this Vasta character. No. If one guy's a fucking idiot, the whole world is not. So it's your limitations. Okay? And the final thing which I want to tell you, the last and final thing. Don't expect people to feel fucking sorry for you. Okay? Don't think anyone gives a fuck about you. This is what I tell people when they tell me they want to die. You want to die? Oh, I want to die. Okay, die. I want to kill myself. Okay, bye. Take care. But since you're planning to kill yourself, send me your iPhone, send me your property, send me your money, send me your wealth, send me your car. Because anyway, you don't need it, right? Give it to me. Hey, Roy, what you're talking? Yes, I'm serious. You anyway are going to fucking die. What are you going to do with your smartphone, your laptop, all these expenses? Send it across to me. I'll pay cash on delivery for the delivery. Oh, then they don't, no. Then shut the fuck up. If you want to kill yourself, transfer all the money, everything that you have to me. If you have a loan, you can't transfer all this. So laptop, computer, scooter, all that. Put it in my name. I'll sell it off, make some money. You can't take it when you're dying, right? Then they don't do it. So the point I'm trying to tell you is, it's very fucking easy to say, oh, suicide. Just, nobody gives a fuck. When I was about to kill myself, and I stood there on the railway track, before the railway track, I was crying and I was about to jump. I remember this even today. I was about to jump, and when I turned around and I saw there are two fucking idiots lying down, because they wanted to sleep. What they did is, they had taken out their smartphones and they were looking at me, they're recording me. Because they wanted to record me killing myself so that they could share it on social media. You can imagine the state of affairs. People are taking a video to record me kill myself so that they have something to share. They didn't fucking care. Nobody fucking cared. And then when I decided not to suicide, I wiped my tears and I didn't suicide. Oh, there was a monkey at the back. When I didn't suicide, they were like, shit, yeah. They were disappointed. Nobody gives a fuck, man. Listen, if you die, who the fuck cares? Seriously. Robin Williams dies. Michael Jackson dies. Kobe Bryant died. Who the fuck cares? People, oh, he died. Okay, after 2-3 days. Okay, babes, come on. Let's try anal sex today. Hey, let's go to watch that movie, New Avengers. Life goes on. They're going to sit, oh, Michael Jackson died. Even you, if you die, 1 day, 2 day, 3rd day, fuck, I have to pay my bills, yeah? What the fuck? Even your own girlfriend, even your own wife, your spouse, she'll be busy fucking someone else, he or she. So even my wife sometimes asks me, what if I die tomorrow? I said, I'll get a new wife. It's reality, boss. It's nobody gives a fuck. So get that in your head. And one last thing. Don't fucking think people are dumb. If you are saying, oh, I want a job and all that, because I'm planning to, I'm planning to suicide because I have no job, I have no this, I have no that. So when people feel sorry for you and do you a favor, don't fucking ask, I want a good job, I want a good salary. Now then shut the fuck up. I'll tell you, I'll personally fucking block you and fucking throw your ass off. If you're expecting handouts, you're begging and you're expecting mercy, don't be a fucking chooser. Just be humble, take whatever you get. So, because end of the day, it's very easy to talk, oh, I'll suicide law if I don't get it. If you really wanted to suicide, you wouldn't be talking to me. You just go and do it. See, me, I'll tell you. I am all for a person having free will. You have your life, you do what you want with you. Okay? You want to kill yourself, it's your life. For me, if tomorrow I'm paralyzed, if I'm old that I cannot move, I'm like this and like a vegetable, or I'm in so much pain that I can't take life, or I'm so old that, I can't even walk, or I've lost people who I love. If someone doesn't see any point in living, I believe in euthanasia. Okay, fine. I want to kill myself, let me do it with dignity. The problem is when you don't allow euthanasia, people resort to these graphic ways of killing themselves, shooting themselves in the head, blowing their brains, jumping off a train, jumping in front of a train, jumping from a building, shattering into millions of pieces. Now, the reason why it happens that way is because you don't allow euthanasia. So if you'd allow euthanasia, at least you have a forum where people can talk, discuss, and then come to a proper solution. Should I opt for euthanasia or not? I'm all for euthanasia because I have told my wife, and I've decided that the day I cannot work, the day I cannot take care of myself, the day I am a burden to society, the day I am useless, I really want to go ahead and end my life. I don't want to continue. Seriously don't. I have no qualms about it. I am not going to feel sad about it. Nothing. For me, euthanasia is the way. I don't want to live 80, 90, 100, so old that I can't even walk, that someone has to put their hand inside my rectum and take out the shit. And then I eat through a fluid like a pipe, fucking tube in my nose. What the fuck is that? So, I'm all for euthanasia. Okay, that's me. Maybe you agree, don't agree. You can say, oh, God made this, God and all that shit or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure God made poor children who die and suffer in the wars and famines. I'm sure you have an amazing theory. God spoke to you and told you, I made children die of cancer. I made people in war-torn countries. I made children suffer eating sand and all that because I have a great plan for them. Yes, your God has great plans. That's why innocent suffer and rich people become rich, because God will, after they die, God will do something. After, not before. Yeah, you have seen heaven, no? You have seen with your own eyes. You have seen heaven. 72 fresh pussy and virgins and land of milk and honey, jam and bread, ice cream and faluda. All that shit. So, I'm for euthanasia. That's one thing. But I tell people, you decide what you want to do with your fucking life. You want to kill yourself? That's you. Take personal responsibility. Do your own shit. We're not going to sit here to clean your diaper. You fucking have periods. It's bleeding. Clean it by yourself. Don't accept, periods, look, clean it, man, I can't touch it because it's disgusting. No, it's your fucking shit. Clean it. So I hope this hard talk really give you some insight, because this is what I would tell anybody. If you want to sort things out, if you want to work things out, fine, we can do it. There are people to talk. That's why I added you in my group. That's why I told you we can work around it. You want a job? We can help you get a job. But don't expect, oh, big salary. You'll get fucking maybe cheap ass labor class salary. But at least you'll get an opportunity. Don't expect an easy life. Don't expect a beautiful girl, hot girl with, big breasts and a nice tight waist and a lovely ass to open her legs and say, here, baby, all you can eat. No. You're going to get an auntie, a fat, Indian, smelly, oversized. Her boobs are hanging to her knees. Maybe you'll get that kind of lady who'll say, oh, I feel sorry for you. Come, let's fuck. Remember, beggars can't be choosers. So, you may not get a Toyota, you may get a cycle. You may not get a Rolls Royce, you'll get a cycle. But be happy with what you get. Because you're begging, you're asking, you're pleading. Help. You want people to feel sorry. But if you want to stand on your own 2 feet with self-respect and personal responsibility, fine, we can help you. But it is 2 ways, okay? And don't expect free handouts. And don't expect after you get a job, oh, baby, are you okay? Are you happy with your job? They'll say, motherfucker, work or I'll fucking kick your ass. People are going to be, they're going to give you shit. There's going to be office politics. There's going to be unfair treatment. There is going to be ruthlessness. There's going to be people trying to take advantage of you. If you're a girl, they'll try to fucking rape you, have sex with you, molest you. But this is reality. Don't expect after you say, oh, help. People are going to be sweet and nice. There are still sick people out there. So I hope this gives you a perspective about life. I fucking literally spent nearly 50 minutes speaking to you. So be fucking grateful that I did. If you still, after listening to this video, justify, oh, I'm leaving, go fuck yourself. I'll tell you, seriously, go fuck yourself. Nobody gives a fuck. Do whatever the fuck you want. But if after watching all this, you have gratitude and you have realized something, I don't want any money. I don't want your fucking... You first take care of yourself. After you make money, send me fucking money. Because even I fucking need money. So I've done this favor for you. Just make sure that you act on your life. Not asking for a like and share and comment and thank you and... No. Work on your life. Do something worthwhile. Take personal responsibility. Accept that life is not going to be fucking fair. Gotta fight it. There's some motherfucker out there who's going to destroy your life. Even if you're down, even if you're out, even if you're going to die, they'll still take... there are people who are 60, 70, 80 years old. People still, when they're suffering and dying, take the last bit of money from their hands because they can. That's the world we live in. There are girls who want to suicide and they go to a man and he says, yeah, I'll help you, and they end up being raped. There are individuals like this. So understand, life is not fair. Life is not easy. Take personal responsibility and be fucking grateful I made this fucking long video. Fuck, the stuff is falling down here. So anyway, this is my tough love video. It's not going to be sugar and sweet. Oh fuck, stuff falls down. Come on. So I hope this added some value. Hope this gave you some value. I have my own shit to take care of. So anyway, you guys take care. Let me know your thoughts down below. And please, if you guys are commenting, please comment something, if not optimistically positive, at least something like, don't be rude because the guy already has enough and more shit. Don't depress the guy even more. Yeah, what the fuck. So please, if anyone of you has a job or vacancy for an accounts guy, a junior assistant accounts guy, after you watch this video, I would appreciate if you can do something, or somebody who can do something. I'll put it in the description. This is me signing off. You guys take care.
You know why I want this fucking job? You know why the I want a job? Fucking because I'm the only fucking person who wants this fucking job. That's why I want this job.
Stop getting the wrong advice. Ensure you get the right skills for the right job for jobs in the Middle East. Contact Lori Macedo